And we are back. Hello everybody. Once again it is the Wayfarer. So quite interesting. So I did film the Marvel Superheroes pre-release. I went there, went to the Outpost, lovely time. I'm gonna flash the leaderboard now. I think I came 7th in total, which is like the highest I've done in a pre-release. Amazing time. Unfortunately, the footage of me opening up the cards, doing the deck, some of the games, it just went to pot. It just didn't work out. I don't know if it was just like if I didn't have enough memory on my phone, or it just wouldn't play the videos I had and it just struggled. So I was really bummed out for the longest time, just because I thought it was my first big return back to the YouTube thing. But thankfully, I went there a week later. It's a while later now. It's about a week ago since the pre-release. The set is now out for general public, so you can now get the cards in like HMV, Amazon, etc. Yeah, so thankfully the Outpost actually had a few of the pre-release kits left over. I think they had about 15 left over, and I was just like, could I get one so I can open it up for camera and everything, so I can do a proper sort of pre-release unboxing experience in home, not really the stress of sort of having people around, and because again I got to get permission from people to film and things like that. And they were just like, yeah, cool. So I did have to pay for another pre-release kit. I think this was about £35. I think that was the price of the ticket in general for the pre-release event. So we're going to show off the box and everything. So obviously it's got the Marvel Superheroes. There's no like Magic the Gathering kind of logo on it, which is interesting. You know, it is just Marvel Superheroes. Obviously you've got the Hulk, you've got Shuri, Elektra. As you move the box around, there's all the different artwork. So yeah, you've got the Planeswalker symbol on the back there. You've got a little, I think that's War Machine. Yeah, it's War Machine there. Try and move up the camera a little bit. As you can tell, this is a new stand as well. So it's a new magnetic stand. This is going to be in the way a little bit, unfortunately. So I do apologise for not having the full clean experience. But I don't know, I quite like having the kind of shows. Okay, but yeah, so you got the Made in Belgium. It's manufactured in China. It's cool. You got Spooderman there. You got the Wasp. You've got obviously Hawkeye here. So you've got a few, a few Marvel superheroes. I'm quite surprised there's not got like Iron Man or Captain America on the front. Because obviously you've got like who you'd consider Marvel superheroes, and Spider-Man was already a big, he had his own set last year, so it's kind of weird that they've again put Spider-Man on the front. I thought you'd want to go ahead and sort of advertise the other sort of Marvel superheroes. But hey ho, there's no worries. And then there's no X-Men either on this. Wolverine, Beast, Storm, trying to think who else is also X-Men material on here. Yeah, there's not many X-Men in here, so I think that's going to be one of the next sets, because then there's another few sets coming out to continue the line of the the Soul Stone, the Infinity Stones, or the Infinity Gems, whatever you want to call them. So we've got the back here, we've got the unique serial code. Ooh. So yeah, we're going to crack this open. We're going to see what we get. So the pre-release, you do typically get, I'm going to try and peel the bottom of this. Whoa, perfect, nice and clean. So we've got Protect, Defend, Assemble. I wish there was kind of like a villainy one as well, because I do like playing the villains. So yeah, you open it up and you do have a bit more of an art. It kind of shows the other side of what's going on. So I'm trying to think who that villain is there. That's Scarlet Witch. So it looks like they're all fighting the Scarlet Witch, which is interesting. Yeah, you got Shuri down there. Hawkeye's down there. That's really cool. There we go. Just gonna pop that on there for a moment. Stop the vibrations. There we go. So as you can see, you open it up, you get the little tokens, to help you with the pre-release. If you don't have the things, you've got the stun counters, shield counters, +1/+1 counters. So you push it open, and you get, again, it's the front of the box. Again, so it's not like a unique artwork design, which is a shame. I kind of wish there were a different design there. And then, yeah, you do have the inside of the, I'll try and show you the inside a little bit here. Yeah, so you've got like the Hulk there, Spider-Man. I think that's, again, War Machine there. There you go, so we'll move that out of the way. So here you've got the little, and this was a nice little handy-dandy little box and everything that you can put your cards in, your dice and things. So we're going to open up from the top here. Wabam. And there you go. So you get your little spin down I think it's a spin down or it's a D20. So you got different colours. There was like red, green, purple, and then obviously blue. I think there was a fourth one, maybe yellow. So I've got a red one of these. So this is now blue, which is very nice. Try and show you all the colours. So you've got the Planeswalker symbol there, and then you've got the Marvel symbol, which is very nice. I love how it's a comic book. So yeah, we'll just pop that down. Fantastic. You go over there, move the rubbish out of the way. Okay, so inside you get 6 packs of cards. Woo! So as if I weren't addicted already. You get a promo card, which we're going to leave to the end. So I'm going to put that there next to the dice. Yeah, so you get obviously Wolverine's there, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, Wolverine, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch. So that's your sort of 6 packs there. You had to open all these up, sort them all out, and then you had to make a 40 card deck. So that was about 17 lands. Well, there should be a little, there you go, look at that. So this is like your handy dandy leaflet that sort of gives you everything that you need to start. Yep, so building your pre-release deck. The way you structure your deck, sort of increases your chances of having the right cards at the right time. Gives you your creatures, how many spells. You got to look at your mana curve. So obviously 0 to 2, 6 to 8, 17 lands. I always go for about 18, to be honest with you. I can't stand the odd number lands. So I'm always, doing about 18, because then it's like 9 each. And then I can sort of, flip around between different sort of, if I get the special kind of lands, the dual lands or whatever. But hey ho, that's really cool. And then on the back, it's just a big advertisement for all the other sort of packs you got. So obviously you got your play boosters, which is what these are. You've got your collector boosters, which are gold, super shiny. It's where you get some of the best cards going. You got your jumpstart boosters. These are awesome. So these are basically packs of like half decks. So you get two sort of jumpstart packs. Put them together, it gives you one standard deck of 60 cards. And there's some amazing cards in here. There's the dinosaur from the dinosaur man from the Spider-Man comics that like wants to turn people into dinosaurs instead of curing cancer. There's like an Ultron card. There's a Doctor Doom card. There's like Stiltman. I think Big Wheel's in there. The Thanos copter. From the really classic Golden Age sort of comics there. It did make an appearance in the Loki Disney Plus series. You've got the bundles here, which are amazing. You get like 9 packs in there and a special dice. The beginner box, which again has 2 sort of beginner decks. Playmat, well not playmat, like a play cardboard thing. Scene boxes, so there's 2 of these. There's one that's a hero, one that's villain. Really cool, I kind of want that. So that's really neat, honestly, that it shows off that. And this is really like a good set to sort of get people into Magic. It's similar to what I hoped Spider-Man was going to do, but I guess not. So, we're going to crack on. We're going to open some packs. I think we're going to have a good time with this. So I'm going to just sort of center the camera a little bit here. There we go. And then we're going to open them. So I think we're going to go right, left, right, left, right, left. So we've got Black Panther. So we're going to open up Black Panther now. Obviously, a pack of Magic cards is all the same. I think you get 14 cards. You get a foil in here. You might get a land. I think you get a land. You get a foil. You get like commons, uncommons, rare, possibly mythic, possibly token or art cards, which are quite nice in here. So there are some big hits that you can get in the play boosters. There's like the Marvel Source Material cards, where it's reprinted Magic cards, but with the art from the comics. So I'll just move that out of the way. I'll just try and move this rubbish. So on the back, you do get a token, or you get a sort of art card. So we've got a treasure, and then we've got villains. We've got like some henchmen there, which is very nice. Okie dokie. So we've got the front here. We've got Stolen Stark Tech. We've got the Dependable Quinjet, the Agent of Atlas. Try and move up a little bit. There we go. The Repulsor Blast, Hydra Troopers, Undercover Skrull, the Giant-sized Flying Ant, Web Up, which was a reprint from the Spider-Man set, but they've got like Taskmaster on there now because he's all called. Killmonger, the Scourge of Wakanda, the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, amazing. Pym Particles, Black Widow, Super Spy, and then we've got Hire Crew. That's our foil at the end there. And then the final card, ooh, it's a full art Shiny Swamp. Amazing with Electra there, and I think that's the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm really bad with like New York and American sort of locations, things like that, so I do apologise. So we're going to open up the next pack here. Again, I want to keep this sort of short and sweet, just because, again, you know, it's just a nice little pack opening thing. It's just something I wanted to get out, you know, I wanted to sort of get a video out on the channel. I didn't want to sort of be like let down by sort of what happened with the pre-release and everything. I just want to get back into it. Hire a Crew, Decoy Ploy, this was a great card. Savage Landinodor, the Aerial Doombot, Agent of Atlas, Stark Industries Executive. Take Up the Shield, full art. Take Up the Shield, which is a very nice card, looking card. Hulk Smash! Training Regiment. Photon Blast Barrage. We've got Claw, Sonic Subjugator. Very nice. The Scarlet Witch. Oh, amazing. That's a really good card, that. Captain America, shiny Captain America. Living Legend, or foil. Can't say shiny because that's a Pokemon thing. But yeah, this is a beast of a card. This is very nice. Love it. And then, of course, we've got the AIM Labs. This is a taps, enters tapped, you gain a life. And then we've got a token, we've got a wall, and we've got on the back a Moloid. Whenever it attacks you, mill a card. It's a little minion. So that's a pretty good pack there with like the Captain America. We've got the Scarlet Witch next. So yeah, I mean, I hope people are enjoying this set so far. I really am. I've had some really big hits recently. Again, I think what I might do is also bring out my folder and just quickly show off what cards I've gotten. I got a really huge hit in store, actually, which I was really proud of. We've got the Volcanic Villain, the Kree Commandos, the Kree Sentinel, Widow's Bite, Super Strength, AIM Scientists, the Surveillance Room. This was a really good land for me in the pre-release. Ghost, the Spectral Saboteur, Can't Be Blocked, which is really cool. We've got Mockingbird, we've got Tigra, and then we've got Atuma, Atlantean Warlord. We've got Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic. So Taskmaster in the comics, he's got photographic, like mimicry basically, where he can watch something and then perform it one-to-one. So the card replicates another creature on the battlefield, which is just incredible. Or in the graveyard even, so you can steal something from the graveyards. This is very similar to the Superior Spider-Man, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I do adore the Superior Spider-Man as a card. I'm wanting to build, like, again, a standard deck for that. So that's really cool. And then we've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is our foil. Oh, trying to pop that back there. So that is quite nice. And then we've got the back. We've got a full art forest. Woo! So I think that's Black Panther fighting another villain. Again, I'm not sure. They've done quite an interesting thing with like the full art lands, where they've gone for like the classic sort of 60s, 70s sort of art design. There's like a red land. Ooh, and then we've got a token, we've got the soldier token, and we've got a clue. Lovely. So not too bad so far. And then we've got Wolverine. Okay, so we've got the Vibranium daggers. Awesome. Gorilla. This guy was a legend. Like, it's a gorilla that you can sacrifice and it sort of destroys a enchantment or an artifact. Burrow backup. Hawkeye's bow. This was a great card. Cruel Alliance, again, just exiling as a, you know, in black, which is really good. Giant Growth. I am Iron Man. Dark Deed. Classic. Captain Marvel. And then we've got Beast. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of X-Men characters in this set, but it's only, I mean, I'm assuming it's ones that have previously been in the Avengers comics, because again, the rights and stuff to the Marvel stuff is so all over the place, because in the 90s, Marvel was broke, they were selling everything off left, right and centre. So Spider-Man went to Sony, X-Men went to Fox, Fantastic Four went to Fox, you know, all sorts of different sort of places went everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. So, like, again, the Hulk went to Universal. So the Hulk hasn't had his own film since like 2008. Just because Universal are just being really, I don't know. We need like a sort of Sony Marvel deal, but with like the Hulk, because it's just, come on, give the Hulk his own film. Hashtag give the Hulk his own film. The Sentry. Oh wow. Okay, this is a huge one. I'm going to give a shout out to Jordan, who adores the Sentry, wants to build a Sentry deck. So if you're familiar with the Sentry, they were in the Thunderbolts movie that came out, I think last year or the year before. Amazing stuff. Yeah, so this guy, he summons whenever he enters, a target opponent makes the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and it has to attack each combat I fable. So basically you are handing out just depression. The Void is basically like it's kind of like the Sentry's alter ego, and it's too powerful to kind of contain. So the Sentry had to, I think, erase themselves from, you know, the Sentry had to erase themselves from memory and from history, essentially. And the Void is a really great concept to hand that out and sort of spread that across. You know, you can't have a Sentry like the Void, and that's really cool in game to sort of give people a 5/5 indestructible flying, to just sort of like cause havoc. And then we've got the Castle Doom, which, yeah, I mean, I adore Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's amazing. So yes, we have Castle Doom. Obviously this is I think it was Latveria. Yeah, I think it's Latveria, where Doom lives, and he's got his own castle, because of course he does. Love it. And then we've got the Serpent Specialist in foil, Death Torch. Ooh, that is a good. And then we've got an island. This is obviously Atlantis. Is it Atlantis? Because I think, well, I guess Atlantis isn't copyrighted, because I know DC has Aquaman with Atlantis and everything. I think Marvel have got their own Atlantis, maybe. I'm not 100% sure with name more. And then we've got our little tokens here. We've got the villains, and then we've got the treasure. Lovely. So that was a really good set, especially hitting the Sentry. Amazing. Last two left. So let's see what we've got. We've got Wolverine. So yeah, I think definitely if I got this pack, I would probably try to build like a Plains deck, especially with like the Sentry and everything. But then would I have wanted to give my opponent a 5/5 flying indestructible that I'd have to keep locking with the Sentry? I don't know. That's kind of the problem. In Commander, I think that's quite fun. Just because, again, they could send that off to two other opponents, whereas one-on-one, it's their Sentry against, you know, you'd be using the Sentry against and you have to exile it or something, probably. So we've got the Unliving Legionnaire, Ultron Drone, Frozen in Ice, Helicarrier Strike, the Crimson Operative, Hour of Defeat, Rapid Rescue, Agent Maria Hill, Too Evil to Stay Dead, Echo, Misty Knight, and then we've got the Training Compound. So this is the new set of lands for the Marvel set. So it enters, you tap it for a colourless, and then you can tap it for either, you know, the sort of ally colours, so red, green, blue, black, red, blue, yeah. And then you can only activate that if it entered this turn, or if you've got a basic land. It's just a nice bit of mana pool, you know what I mean? It's a nice thing where you can have either or. I've got a few of these already. I think I've got one in foil. But it's just great for any kind of Gruul decks you got, which is the red-green sort of colour pairing. And then next, we've got Ant-Man's Army in foil. Very nice. And then, yeah, we've got we've got another tap land. So this one enters, it gives you a plane. This is for, I think Azorius is blue-white. Correct me if I'm wrong, Magic people. And then we've got our tokens. We've got a soldier, and we've got the villain. But yeah, again, we've got a cool like dual land there, which is very nice. And then our final pack before the promo card. Ooh. Here we go. So we've got the final pack here. So not a bad pack, to be honest with you. So we've got the final pack here. So my big hit that I'm really, really wanting is the Incredible Hulk. I'm desperate to build an Incredible Hulk deck. The Hulk is my, next to Spider-Man, who I just consider above like all superheroes and everything. In terms of Marvel, my favourite superhero is like the Incredible Hulk. I just adore the guy. I adore his stories. I adore how much the Incredible Hulk means to me as someone that's lived with autism and grown up with autism and everything. It's just the best example of how living with autism feels like. Anywho, so we've got Atlantis Attacks, Visions of Villainy. So this is a really cool Knight's Whisper, basically, where you draw 2, lose 2. The Hydraulic Helper, the Condon Drone Flock, Super Speed, Kingpin's Enforcers, Powerful Broker, Depower, Captain America, Living Legend, Team Tactics, Punishing Punch, Captain America's Shield. Oh, amazing. I'm happy with that. Quick creature gets +0/+8 and Vigilance whenever it attacks. Tap target creature defending player controls. And then we've got a foil Loki Lawferson. That is lovely. And then our land, we've got Hell's Kitchen. Brilliant. So yeah, we've got the Soldier. I am quite happy with that. We've got Captain America's Shield at last. I don't think I've got that, so I'm quite pleased with that. That's not a bad final pack there, especially like having, and I love how Captain America's Shield's so cheap. It's a 2 mana +8 to your butt, which is great. I love that. And then obviously it gives it Vigilance as well, which is just incredible. I mean, this is going straight in the Incredible Hulk deck if I had an Incredible Hulk. So that's amazing. Okay, and then finally, of course, we've got the coup de grace. We have so this could be a rare or a mythic. Unfortunately, they've stopped doing the printed promo, so they'd have like the year of the promo on there. So here's hoping what we get. You have to kind of remember what your promo card was. So for the pre-release, my first one I did, my promo was it was a dual-sided card. It was Monica Rambeau and Photon. I think that's her name. She was in the Marvels. So this isn't a double-sided one. So God knows what this could be. And then my second, so I did a 2-headed giant pre-release, which was a 2v2 kind of team up thing. And I think that one was Avengers Assemble, which was my promo for that one. So let's see what we get. Oh, we've got a promo Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. So that's cool. So, I mean, obviously it's a foil, which is a shame, but this will always be like a promo card to me. So Shang-Chi, Legendary. I'll try and zoom in there. So you may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Add 2 mana of any one color. Spend it to activate abilities of creature sources. So I'm assuming that's like tap it to add mana, tap to tap down a creature. But this is honestly, unironically, a really good card because you could just like have him out, tap for mana straight away. You know, if you've got like a Llanowar Elves or a Mana Dork and things like that, or like a Mana Dork that gives you loads of mana, so like 2 green mana, 3 green mana or whatever, you can just pump up loads and loads of sort of mana straight away. Yeah, so that is not bad at all, and a lot of people are looking forward for this card. So we're just gonna quickly pop on display what we got. So we've got Shang-Chi there, got the Captain America shield, we've got the Loki. So we'll just sort of flick through a lot of these, so like the best hits that we got. Super Speed, Powerful Broker, Captain America. We've got like 2 Captain Americas, which again, that would have been quite good in the sort of pre-release. 2 Evil to Stay Dead, Echo, Misty Knight, yeah, the compound, training compound. Brilliant, pop you down there. Shiny Ant-Man's Army. So yeah, honestly, not a bad sort of set of cards here. The Sentry, of course, huge hit there. Castle Doom. Yeah, absolutely. You know, this was a pretty good pre-release kit. You know, quite impressed. Taskmaster, of course. Yes, I love Taskmaster being in there. Dino Door. Take up the shield. Yeah, that's another huge hit. So I think genuinely I probably would have gone like Plains Green maybe, or Blue White. Yeah, just going through all these. Undercover Scrolls, Killmonger. Yeah, definitely probably would have gone, because again, with +1 counters and things. Yeah, awesome stuff. But yeah, you know, thank you all so much for sort of joining in with me. So what I'll do is I'll quickly sort of, again, I'll display all these out. Awesome, there we go, lovely. I'll just move my camera a little bit there. So you go, I'll display them real quick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that cleared up, And then I'm going to grab my folder, and I'll see if I can get it displayed on the camera here. And we are back. Hello. So as you can see, the folder has materialized. This is currently my Marvel folder. I'm really looking forward to the Gamegenic kind of designs and stuff. We've got the Doctor Doom binder and everything. I do have to go for a themed folder every time. I've still got my Ninja Turtle one nearby. So we're going to crack this open real quick. We're going to go for a quick just showcase of the cards I've gotten so far. So here we go. We've got the first page. Oh, sorry for knocking that. So this is my Marvel source cards folder. A couple of things are out of place here. So straight away we've got the promo card at the top there, the Windstorm Surge. I'm going to tilt it up a bit. I don't know. It's quite an awkward angle, I'll admit. Here we go. I hope you can see from here. So you've already seen that top one, so I can bend this one up a little bit. So we've got obviously the Masker Girl on the left-hand side there, the Elektra. We've got Captain America, First Avenger. This was a reprint of the Secret Lair. Black Panther's Redirection. So this is Narset's Reversal. We've got Chaos Warp on the bottom left here. Dead of Dispute. No Mercy. This was from my second pre-release. Amazing card. This was hilarious. Monstrous Rage. Banned in Standard, but they've reprinted it. And then, of course, you've probably seen it by now. We've got Daredevil here. I'm going to get Daredevil out because this was the big hit. This was huge. I can't believe I got this. So I got a couple of collector boosters. And, yep, this was huge. Check this out. So, yeah, this is in foil. Obviously, I've got it in a sleeve because I'm not insane. In foil, it's beautiful. It's the Boros coloured Daredevil. Beautiful stuff. So I'm going to pop that back in there nice and safe. But yeah, love that. It's a shame I'm not planning on building a Daredevil like Commander, because that would just be incredible to have on display. Okay, so we're going to go through the next couple of pages here. Obviously, there's a token there. So yeah, this is all the artifacts and stuff so far. We've got the next page. So I'm going to quickly pull this one out. So this is my promo Monica Rambeau. And then, obviously, turn it around the other way, you've got Photon, Living Light. So, I probably should have used Photon, to be honest with you, in my pre-release. But I don't know, it's quite a cool card. I've been using it in Standard quite a bit. I've been quite enjoying that. So, you know, I'm going to pop that next. I did have it on the previous page there. So, all of my double-sided cards are going to go here. So, you know, like Iron Man, Hulk, etc., etc. They're all going to go there. This is my sort of black sort of collection here. So, I'm going to just try and show these off. As you can see, the foils are sort of popping out. Again, we've got the other side here. We've got the plain side here. So we've got, you know, Invisible Woman there, Falcon, not Falcon, Captain America. Some other cool cards. And just pop that in the top there. Turn the next page, more plains cards. Got our red cards here, so as you can see, the foil Luke is going to go there. We've got the red Hulk. We've got Hulk Smash over here with like his fist. I am just trying to like tidy up there. I don't know why the binders keep doing this, where like the cards are meant to stay put, but they keep like sliding out. I don't know if I need to put them all in a card sleeve. Yeah, very good, very good. And then we've got the blue side. Very good. We've got more blue. So yeah, quite a lot of blue in the Marvel set. We've got green. So here's the thing. Tap right there. Love that stuff. Got Spider-Man. Got a few Gorillas. More green. Got World War Hulk down there. Incredible card. And then, yep, so I've got a few pages spare. And then this is like the multicolour cards. So this is like the legendary cards. And these are the lands. So as you can see, I've got quite a few of the thingy lands already. And then what's at the very end? I don't think I've got anything at the very end. No, but that's it. So yeah, that's the whole collection there. Obviously, I'm going to be adding more as I go along. I'm enjoying the set so far, and I'm hoping a lot more people are enjoying the set. I think it's really got a lot of potential for like commander decks and things like that. I'm impressed with the set, obviously, because I'm a huge, again, comic fan. I've loved the Marvel comics since I was a kid, so having a set like this and having the collectability factor is really fun as well. Even though I'm really bad at the game, you know, I'm still loving sort of playing it and collecting it. And again, just every game feels like a battle, you know what I mean? It feels like something you'd read in a Marvel comic. So that's all really, really fun. But yeah, again, once again, thank you all so much for sort of checking out the cards with me, for opening up a pre-release kit with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy sort of seeing me come back again to doing some magic things. I'm definitely looking forward to getting some Commander decks unboxed. We do have the Commander sets that have come out, you know, the Doctor Doom one, the Fantastic Four, Captain America. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to just doing a lot more of these, building my confidence back up again. It has been a long while since I've done some videos. Again, we've got the rebrand and everything. It's just a chance for me to break free from the Doctor Who stuff. I mean, I still love Doctor Who, don't get me wrong, but I just need to be my own person and not let a show define me. You know, there's a lot more to me than the show. So I'm looking forward to getting myself out there, doing some thoughts, doing some reviews, doing some reaction stuff as well. You know, like if there is a bit of news out there, love to get my thoughts out there and just ramble a bit. You know what I mean? Just go get my voice heard. You know, I want to be heard. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, thank you all so much. And you know, again, if you feel inclined, please like, please subscribe, share. You know, even that's going to be the cool thing. You know, if I get myself shared, that'd be amazing. So yeah, thank you all so much, and you know, take care. Bye bye.